Purity of heart. Mila and O have written extensively in the materials for those in their group mastery program about the pure heart and what it means in relation to human ascension. Purity of heart has to do with the intent behind why one wishes to ascend. Some humans wish to ascend in order to better their lives, make the big business deal, manifest the beloved, heal the form, or any of thousands of possible desires that a given human may have. Any other reason to ascend other than the pure wish for evolution involves a lack of purity of heart from the perspective of the solar councils now reviewing human ascension. Again and again, Mila and O and their own school have witnessed failed ascensions. Each failed ascension was related to an impure heart, or one that desired ascension for some other reason other than to evolve. When there is a desire for something else, then there is also the propensity to bargain unconsciously with the forces of the dark. As one bargains to receive their desired dream, the dark then use the ascending field in a harmful manner and create either global or solar harm, as in the recent experience mentioned above. Solar councils will be reviewing all ascensions in human form of those with holograms and seated for the ride to Mahavishnu. They will examine such humans for purity of heart, or the underlying reason that they so choose to ascend to another level of power through self-mastery. Solar councils shall also oversee all ascensions beyond 7,500 strands from this point forward, as one's ascent to this level of evolution affects the entire solar system. Mastery and ascension. Ascension has always been about mastery. Mastery of thought form leading to another dimension of thought form so that one may exit one realm of existence and enter another. Few humans understand what mastery means, or how mastery leads to greater and greater levels of energetic power in the dynamics of one's auric field, chakra system, subtle bodies and thoughts. Ascending the body to a particular genetic level is only one part of the dance. Such a level of biological evolution equates to increasingly large auric fields that have presence upon dimensions related to the sun or universe as one nears full consciousness in vibration. Such auric fields expanded to universal in size have amassed great power, and one must prove that one will not use such power to harm any other, or such power will be stripped imminently. Most humans are extremely arrogant. In the arrogance, there is a tendency to misuse power for personal gain. In the misuse, it is not just that one gains what one had hoped to manifest, but that other species or Earth is harmed in a manner that will prevent further ascension. Solar councils are saddened by the current state of the human species, and shall assist humanity in ascending out of such a state and into humility, honor and non-conditional love again through generational ascension. Generational ascension ahead. No other species upon Earth is anticipating ascending from this dimension to the next in the current form. Each shall utilize the birth, death and rebirth cycles to anchor increasing genetic material and increasing vibration to augment the ascension of the whole of Earth. So this shall now be for all humans, except in a few cases and in those who have been seeded to clear the pathway for the generational ascent of the remainder of the human species. It is anticipated that the first bodhisattva births shall occur in the coming 8-year cycle. Such children will either come in fully at 3,000, 4,200 or 5,000 strands, and shall ascend in early teenage years to 15,000 strands in selective cases and as the Kundalini begins to run in puberty. In 2011, the first Mahavishnu births shall enter the dance and ascend to full consciousness in puberty in selective cases. By 2016, some fully conscious births shall enter the dance to assist the human species and Earth in stabilizing into enough peace and unity to enter the photonic skin of the great central sun without combusting. Humans that ascend to 3,000 minimum and 100% down to a biological level should be harmonious enough to pass through the skin of the photon belt without combusting. However, it is up to each initiate to master their own thought form and enter an internal state of peace great enough to ensure passing through the stargate in ease. Those at 4,200 and 5,000 likewise will face the same internal processing, and each human along with each community of humans will require striving for peace and unity in order to pass through this major filter without combusting. The filter of the Great Central Sun. The filter of the Great Central Sun is a special device designed to push from anything that passes through it that which does not resonate. Resonance is founded upon harmony, and harmony can be measured as molecular peace. Molecular peace requires the transcendence of enough electrical and radioactive discord in the energy field surrounding the human form. The filters of the Great Central Sun are designed to cast out anything that exists within a certain threshold of disharmony. To a certain extent, the filters can be adjusted, but not so much that the Great Central Sun itself ends up compromised. Therefore Earth and each species upon her must do their part to detoxify those vibrations and energy signatures that are non-resonant with the magnetic creation that you reside within. Many may not realize that the Merkaba and other straight-line energy movement are electrical and radioactive in nature. No being running such signatures to any great amount will pass through the Great Central Sun filters alive. The blueprint to 3000 requires an 80% detoxification of electrical thought form and energy signatures. By and large, the molecular system shifts to triple sphere as 3000 strands is embodied 100%, as do all chakras major and minor along with the light body itself. Straight-lined energy movement remains in only small amounts known as ownership signatures, which are buried in the etheric body and cause attachment between humans and or their possessions. See Transcending Ownership and Attachment in Ascension Transmissions 2 for more information. It is perceived that the filters of the Great Central Sun will allow for some attachment, but not excessive attachment, nor electrical sacred geometry. Those attempting to pass through with excessive attachment or electrical sacred geometry will combust upon entry, with the entire body and soul burning up in death. It is for this reason that the map must be embodied 100% if one is going to pass through this barrier alive. The point of human ascension is to assure that there are enough adult humans remaining after entry to watch over the large number of ascending children to be born in the coming 18-year cycle. It is for this reason that adult human ascension has been made and now made available to those capable of ascending. Many perceive ascension as an escape. Ascension is not an escape, it is about anchoring heaven upon earth in one's own life dance now. The conscious choice to die. Most humans are not going to ascend to the next dimension with Earth. This is a 1,000-year process, beloved. In explaining these recent changes to those in Mila and Oa's group mastery program, many became quite irate. "You can't stop us from ascending if we so choose," they wrote back in response. Such a response from our point of view is from the fear of death. And it is a great truth that those ascending only to 3,000, 4,200 or 5,000 will one day die as the vibrational threshold exceeds their body's vibratory rate, causing the form to get ill. However, this may be 100 years or more into the future. We point out that humans at 3,000, 4,200 or 5,000 can consciously choose to die when they are complete. All that is required is that one intend to die and that they complete all remaining karma, and one will peacefully exit in their sleep. For the ability to die at choice is a part of the map of ascension. There is no need to become ill and suffer, beloved. Furthermore, each time one falls asleep now and leaves the form to go to the ascension temples for healing during dream time, it is like one has died. So what's the big deal anyway? The evolution to 3,000, 4,200 or 5,000 will see one through entry into the photon belt of the Great Central Sun, in which the sun never sets. It will allow such humans to live up to 100 years beyond this and witness the restructuring of the human civilization. And is this not what you want more than anything, beloved? Is this not what attracts you to our site and our information? What to do between now and entry in 2018? The reality is that ascension communities must come forth. Times ahead will become increasingly difficult, with an economic collapse potentially seen now coming down the dimensions in 2008. Diseases due to non-conscious farming will make food increasingly difficult to manifest and distribute. Humans who are completing may exit in epidemic after epidemic. One will wish to plan to be someplace safe with enough land to meet one's own needs, and preferably pulled together with others of like mind for the purposes of conscious farming and child rearing, along with other community activities. This is what the Earth Mother and her Source see for ascending adult humans. The communities shall ensure that there are enough adults present to caretake and oversee the ascending children entering the community, even if mom and dad die in the cleansing. Therefore each ascending now may wish to add the dream for an ascension community to their vision for their future, and then take action in due course to bring such a dance forth into one's life expression. Ascension is not about escaping anything. If anything, the attempt to create community may cause humans to face their worst fears and difficulties together, potentially transcending them in a safe environment that is supportive and nurturing for each. Or so one may also wish to envision. And so if one is going to participate in community, then what can one offer to contribute to such a community? It shall be as many come together offering a wide variety of abilities, gifts and talents that such communities can be built. Perhaps for now one will build their skills so that they have something to contribute to such a community. Perhaps one will go off and learn about conscious farming, or ecological construction, or healing and herbs, or massage and acupuncture or acupressure, or working with animals or children, or music and dance. For community also must have entertainment, beloved. Humans would be bored otherwise. Television will surely be a thing of the past in a decade or so, and so one can contribute in many ways. One simply must go within and ask one's heart, what would bring me joy to contribute? Then one may go about learning such skills so that when the time comes, one has something worthwhile to add to the dance of the new ascending communities ahead. Becoming the dreamer, and the dream means that each may dream the community and then live to experience the community coming to fruition for the benefit of the whole. Make the community a part of your dream, beloved, and then you will one day live to experience such a dance. In so doing, you will survive the coming years of difficulty and cleansing Earth has planned and is necessary for her evolution. Humans that pull together in crisis are magnificent to behold. So it is so for crisis, so it can also be for a community. Those gatherings shall create a new type of human relations and governance founded upon a new level of evolutionary status in which unity becomes the foundation for the dance of life. Such communities shall provide the necessary blueprint for an entire new human civilization to emerge in the coming century. This is no small contribution for your species, beloved. How will communities form? Do not look to Mila and Oa to found community. Extend yourselves. Intend to gather at conclaves and meet one another. Communicate and build friendships with fellow like-minded travelers of the path of ascension. Out of such many a community will be born global-wide. Karma and soul agreements will call those who are destined to be together to the dance. Those providing the land will settle karma in so doing. Those working the land will contribute in this manner. Request of Earth a blueprint for community to participate in, and she will assist by weaving the dream so that all may come together in ease, and work through their difficult moments through group transcendence. Many who join hands at 3,000, 4,200 or 5,000 will be very different in relation to one another than humans at 2 strands. There will be greater acceptance, greater love, and greater support of one another through the tough times ahead. This is what adult ascension affords, the space where unity relations may become the foundation for the group, from which community can be born. Is this an easy journey ahead? Perhaps, and then again, perhaps not. So what else is new in human relations? In non-conditional acceptance, life between humans changes radically, as there is a new foundation of love and joy that can permeate the dance. Anchoring heaven upon earth. Heaven upon earth comes from the communion between body, soul and earth. What better way to commune with earth than to work the land and to harvest the food that is then relished in celebration and honor? Simpler times are ahead, beloved, as the economics that currently plague the human species shall collapse. This is necessary as they are so out of balance that they cannot easily be brought into balance in any other manner other than cessation. However, after such a cessation manifests, Humans will find a new manner of giving and receiving, and no longer rely upon banks or credit for sustenance. One can look at the current economic crisis in Argentina as a mirror. If only their authorities quit worrying about the banks and sent the populace into the dance of farming and providing for the masses, all would resolve itself in balanced giving and receiving. And perhaps they will map a journey to such an outcome yet. Who was the cause of the economic hardship? The international banks that loaned much at high interest rates long ago and has bled the nation dry of wealth. Is this not how the international banks work? And is any of it in interest of what the people of Argentina need? No, of course not. However, if the government focuses in the new direction of taking care of the people instead, a whole new era may emerge for this country. They are on the forefront of economic transition. Over the coming 4 years, there will be many other countries on the forefront of transition. Such countries will pave the way to greater unity-based solutions that those entering ascension communities can draw upon in principle in the years ahead. Such countries are upon the forefront of change. Is such change easy? Hell no. And yet they are mirrors for those who are in seemingly sleepy pockets of non-change in the West. The change you witness outside of your own country will hit your own country due to the polarity change and in the coming 8-year cycle. Be prepared, and then there is less to fear. Find your truth, weave your dream, pull together with like-minded others, and found a new way of being beloved. Then you will not be so hard hit with all of the rest as the changes come forth. This is what ascension is for. Becoming the dreamer and the dream, and not being subject to the seeming chaos or drama and trauma that surrounds oneself in the dance of life. Listen to your heart. Listen to the soul that sits within the cavity behind the heart within your form. What does your soul have to say? Where does it lead you to plant yourself in the coming 8-year cycle? Are you to move, beloved? Then plan upon it and act upon it. It is not enough to dream it, one must follow through and make the dream one's living reality. Change and human relations. Change is perhaps the most difficult thing for adult human ascending masters. It is so very much more comfortable to live as you live now without change. However, in the times of crisis ahead, change will be forced and not necessarily in a manner that supports oneself. Take charge of the change now and plan for it, allowing it to serve one's dream instead. One can either be the sailboat upon the ocean with the wind blowing oneself every which way, or the captain guiding the sailboat to the destination of one's choice. It is all in the intention, and the willingness to bring forth the changes necessary now to fulfill upon one's dream that the difference lies. Humans are lazy and mechanized per the review of the great central sun. In the mechanization, one is more comfortable repeating the same dance day in and day out without change than in changing the dance, and moving to a new rhythm. Mechanization is a large part of the human genetics, and the human energy field, even at 3,000, 4,200 or 5,000 strand of DNA. How does one then deal with the mechanized parts of self that would prefer not to change? Reprogram them. Intend to reprogram that which fears change into that which loves change and the adventure that it presents. You are the captain of your own ship, beloved. Mila and Do have lived through a load of change. For over 3 years, they have had no home, and have moved from place to place both in their international travels, and from island to island when home in Hawaii. Much of this was in relation to where Earth needed their fields. They have learned to live in continual change. What does this feel like? Liberating. It is all as one chooses to perceive it, and as one programs themselves to believe it to be so. So many times Mila has shut the door on one place of great times of hard transmutation and been grateful for the move. Perhaps she had only been there 30 days, but 30 days of ascension can feel like a lifetime if the transmutation is great enough. Time to go and on to the next. So it can be for them, so it can be for you. What about the mortgage, the spouse, the job, the family, the children, the Jones, the garden or the cats? Let go. Sell the house, and downsize the debt, and free yourself up for change. What good is all of this going to do when the economics collapse anyway? Are you not going to lose it all anyway? Why lose it when you can sell it and be off and running in a new life dance, living in a place that you have always wanted to live? Take charge of your destiny, beloved, and live your life, and dream your dream as you have always wanted it to be. And don't sit there wallowing in self-pity, whining about what should have been, what you always wanted, how everyone else wins lotto, and life is simply a bowl of cherry pits. Perhaps this is true at 2 strands of DNA, but it need not be through ascension. One can pull oneself out of the depression and into a new life dance through intent. This is not to say that moments of despair or the emotional difficulties of ascension are going to go away. They are a part of the dance. You will be releasing patterns, some of which are quite traumatic, through 2018. There will be days from hell in the dance, as one transits a particularly difficult emotional memory. But these pass and fade into times of joy again. So ride the roller coaster, embrace the change, and intend what you have always wanted for yourself into reality. This is what ascension affords you. This is what adult ascension makes possible for each ascending human. Not all are up for the journey. There are those related to the Anunnaki either in lineage or in hologram that are not going down the ascension path. Often these are the same humans that have destroyed one's ancestry again and again, and gotten off scot-free, and always won lotto too. Such humans shall exit the human dance, allowing for unity, sovereignty, joy and honor to prevail amongst those who remain. Perhaps the journey to collective honor cannot be accomplished in any other means. Let us allow those who are not up for this journey to learn their lessons and complete. In so doing, a new type of community may emerge in the future, and one devoid of such selfish and self-serving types of humans. Lessons learned. Solar councils have indeed set boundaries surrounding human ascension. From the perspective of Mila and Oe, this is a good thing as it ensures the ascent of the whole. Any human is but a part of the larger ship known as Earth. One cannot ascend, even in generations, if one's species destroys Earth and your solar system in the attempt to ascend. Unity relations involve the greater good of the whole in all life dances. It is from the greater good of the whole that the new boundaries for human ascension have been added to the new consensus upon Earth. This changes the focus for adult ascension greatly, however not necessarily in a negative way. It is our hope that in being honest about what we see for human adult ascending future, each may better plan for the times ahead. It is for this reason that we share this information with each reading our materials. The next Stargate to be entered is anticipated between early May and mid-June of this year. Earth is on track to take her entry and is building in vibration to do so. The distortion of the months past is rapidly being rectified as collective human power, and in particular that which is related to the inner Earth people, has been confined in a manner that no longer has the capacity to alter Earth's field in a negative manner. For eons, the inner Earth people have viewed themselves as superior to surface Earth peoples. In reality, all humans are of one collective blueprint of 38 holograms. There is not one hologram that is not also present in the inner Earth. Many humans from the surface of the Earth migrated to the inner Earth shortly before the fall of Atlantis. As such, all holograms are represented, along with those that are destructive in nature and related to the Anunnaki. The inner Earth people have proven to themselves that they are no different in nature than surface Earth people. For a long time, inner Earth people had polarized their destruction onto outer Earth people and have lived a life of relative peace. Through ascension, surface Earth humans have refused to take responsibility for inner Earth people's karma or darkness, and have returned such darkness and karma unto them en masse. Such karma and darkness acted itself out now in the death of 2 inner Earth ascending masters through the fields of their own following. The first step to mastering destructive thought form is to honestly assess its presence. Denial of destruction only causes the destruction to act out in a large unconscious manner for all to see. Mila and Oe have learned this themselves in their own organization stance. They have had to face their own internal demons that were mirrored outwardly in the destructiveness towards themselves by others. So it has been for them, so it will now be for the inner Earth Ascension leaders that remain. Humans are inherently violent. The violence is reflected all around oneself, whether it is in the simple act of a parent slapping a child, or a child spitting upon another child, or the deformity and disease prevalent in the human dance. Deformity and disease is an internalized form of violence, beloved. If humans are going to exit the dance of destruction, then they must not veil it any longer with fantasies of illusion that state that such violence does not exist. Perhaps the events upon September 11 assisted by removing the veils upon violence for all to bear witness to, for as a collective and amongst those who are ascending, most wish to turn a blind eye to violence. It is just this, trying to sweep the truth under the carpet, that leads to the violence acting out in a big way, whether it be a terrorist act upon the surface of the earth or the energetic shattering of an ascension leader in the inner earth. Each ascending is therefore responsible for looking within and seeking out the destroyer within, and choosing to transcend such thought form. It is only as the destroyer within is mastered that one will ascend rather than die in the years ahead. As more master the destroyer within, world peace and the cessation of violence shall one day be the reality in which all humans live, whether such humans be upon the surface of the earth or in the inner earth. Humans must ascend out of their violence, and the path to this goal is coming, and is generational. It shall be the non-violent children that lead humanity home. At 3,000 strands, decay is transcended. Decay is related to disease. One can say that a certain threshold of human violence is transcended in embodying the bare minimum of 3,000 strands. Scar tissue that is transcended in the ascent to 4,200 and 5,000 adds another level of violence transcended in such mastery. It is anticipated by the councils overseeing ascension that such transcendence is great enough to lead to peace within and between nations, as enough humans embody such blueprints, along with peace within and between communities of ascending humans. All that is required is for each to ascend and do their part to embody all of the genetic materials 100% to a biological level in order for this to become so. Healing temples for ascension. Long ago, Mila looked around and said, this dance must end. It is too painful, too horrific, too sad. Who was it that looked through Mila and said this? The source of one had its first glimpse at the dance through the eyes of Mila only a few years ago. We have intervened to make possible a new tomorrow. However, we will not do it for humanity. Each in human form must ascend themselves out of their own violence. We make possible the map and healing temples to support human evolution. Such temples are available during dream time or meditation if you are having a tough ascension moment. We take a moment now to define the 18 healing temples for ascension. These are temples that hold blueprints of records that one may assess holographically and compare their own biological records to. If one has lost records, such temples will assist each in recovering all that has been lost so that one may proceed forward in their ascension. Such temples will also assist in the revealing and clearing of karma necessary to ascend. These temples are now overseen and administered by solar councils along with the One Source. 1. Temple of Interconnection. This temple assists one in connecting with their source if they have lost their connection. The temple with support of Earth and all species therein holds all connections for all source groups related to Earth. As one visits the temple, a more effortless connection to source shall be provided. 2. The Temple of Ascension Tests and Assessment. This temple is where each goes to take their tests for ascension or to be assessed for the next phase of work. Sometimes when one is unsure of what is wrong, a visit to this temple shall suffice at putting one back on track. It is also from this temple that one's soul can assess one's karmic issues. 3. The Temple of Grounding. This temple holds all records of grounding and the changes therein in each phase of ascension. Grounding changes from phase to phase, however, wherever one is, one can cross-check their information and intend to retrieve anything that has been lost. 4. The Temple of Sexual Energy Flow. This temple holds all records of sexual energy movement and the movement of the Kundalini through the grid work of the form and subtle bodies. Sexual energy movement also changes from phase to phase in ascension. However, one can cross-check one's own information against the knowledge provided therein and intend to retrieve anything that has been lost over time or in a karmic encounter. 5. Temple of Subtle Bodies. This temple holds all records of subtle body changes and repairs in each phase of ascension. One can compare one's own records to the records contained herein for one's given evolutionary status to determine what has been manipulated or lost, and then strive to retrieve it. 6. Temple of Physical Grid Work. This temple holds all records of grid work changes and repairs for each phase of ascension. One can cross-check their grid work against a template of what should be present at any given phase of evolution. In so doing, one may discover foreign grid work that has become mixed in causing the energy flow in certain pockets of the form to wane. 7. Temple of Ascension Grid Work. This temple holds all records for constructing ascension grid work in each phase of ascension. In essence, this temple holds information for transcribing the genetic blueprint for ascension and anchoring it around the physical form. Ascension grid work changes from level to level in initiation, and therefore one's own level can be compared to what should be in place given the knowledge held in the temple. 8. Temple of Ancestral Knowledge. This temple holds all human lineages sorted out thus far in human ascensions upon Earth. At this time, all 144,000 lineages are present, but some are not complete back in time. One assists in building the records for this temple in one's own ascension. One may ask for the original 144 lineages that were their birth inheritance at this temple, or any updates that have come in from other ascending initiates. 9. The Temple of Light Body. This temple holds records of light body development at each phase of ascension. The light body is sometimes susceptible to manipulation during one's dream time travels. One can compare their light body to the records in this temple for the purposes of repair. 10. The Temple of Recasting. Each recasting that occurs within one's source during dream time is recorded within this temple. Recasting reweaves the fractured pieces of soul into a single and whole unit as enough pieces are gathered in each phase of ascension. By and large, for those at 3,000, 4,200 or 5,000, recasting occurs a minimum of once per week. 11. The Temple of Time. This temple holds the records for how time is altered within the field of an ascending human in each phase of ascension. One builds towards moving outside of time such that the body no longer ages. One is therefore invited to visit this temple for an assessment if they are having difficulty sustaining an expanded state out of time periodically in their process of ascension. The assessment will give clues as to what may be out of order or missed within your current phase or past phases of ascension, which can then be acted upon and corrected. 12. The Temple of Schisms. Schisms are portions of ascension skipped over, leaving behind fractured pieces of soul that were never woven in during one's more recent recasting. This temple holds all knowledge attained thus far about schisms, and the tones necessary to integrate missing portions of soul and to release the related karma. 13. The Temple of the Language of Light. This temple holds the language of light, which are all of the tones of creation necessary to sustain the ascension to date of the form and for the form to continue to ascend into the future. One may visit this temple and view what tones should be integrated in full given their current level of evolution. Any missing tones can then be pulled from this temple into the field to trigger the related karma in need of releasing in order to embody all tones in full. 14. The Temple of Genetic Information. This temple holds all genetic information on the human dance revealed thus far in the human ascensions global-wide. This temple is linked to the Temple of Ancestry as genetic records are held by one's ancestral inheritance. One may visit this temple and compare their current records to those held in the temple to assure that all genetic knowledge necessary to ascend through one's current initiation is present. 15. Temple of Visionary Knowledge. This temple holds all information about vision retrieved and compiled thus far in human ascensions global-wide. One may visit this temple and compare their current visionary records to see what is missing at your current phase of evolution. Such information includes clairvoyance, telepathy, and modalities of channeling soul through form. 16. Temple of Ascension. This temple holds records of all human ascensions that have occurred within the new consensus thus far. This includes successful and non-successful ascensions. One may review such records for the purposes of their own evolution. 17. Temple of Karma. This temple contains a karmic board held by the solar councils. It is from this temple that all human karmic disputes are assessed and rectified in relation to the new consensus. 18. The Temple of Honor. This temple is the only temple held by the Source of One. This temple oversees the karmic board to assure that all decisions occur in honor, and supports Earth's continued choice to ascend. Disputes not rectified in the Temple of Karma are carried to this temple for assessment. New Solar Temples. The following temples are new solar level services that oversee the 18 planetary ascension healing temples above. These temples assure that all 18 planetary temples are held and run in order with the new keys for ascension coming from the One Source in support of the resurrection and reconstitution of all that is. One may not access these temples direct, however, if there is a karmic infraction or problem in one's personal ascension dance, one may be taken to these temples for assistance, guidance and rectification. Therefore one is taken to these temples through the Temple of Honor if there is a need for it. 1. The Temple of True Law. This temple holds true law in action. True law states that only karma that one has actually incurred in one's ancestry is the karma that must be released in order to ascend. Karma has been heavily manipulated by forces of the dark in your creation to a point that Earth and the human species have too much karma to ascend. This is the result of karmic displacement from other planets and stars or humanoid civilizations. All karma that is not of Earth or human origin is being returned through the Temple of True Law at this time in history. If one runs into a karmic infraction that appears not to be one's own, one may be brought to this temple for an assessment and rectification. 2. The Temple of True Function. This temple holds true function in action. Each soul that was cast from the Tao where all souls originate is embedded with a function that is related to their original casting. Within your creation, the casting amongst souls has become confused. There are creator souls, serpent souls and angel souls. Creator souls hold the master blueprint for the creation, or in human terms, for one's form and life expression. Angel souls transcribe the blueprint down to genetic materials that create the form. Serpents are woven together in positive and negative energy flow to create the grid work and subtle bodies or chakra systems that form is created through. In your creation, creator, angel and serpent's souls became intermixed. This has led to fall after fall in consciousness. True function calls for souls cast from the Tao to return to their particular function that is an inherent ability of the soul from its original blueprint at birth. In so doing, all parts of the field are managed by souls that are capable and gifted of doing the job that they are assigned. Human ascension has also been subject to the changes of true function, and within recent months there has been a reassignment of all souls holding all ascending fields upon Earth including mankind. If there is any problem uncovered with a particular soul in one's field, then one is brought to this temple for an assessment of the soul's original casting and a rectification of the problem. 3. The Temple of True Orchestration. Orchestration of a field calls for all serpents, angels and creator, dragon souls to work together in a particular manner that serves the whole of the field and form that is ascending. The Temple of True Orchestration holds a blueprint for each ascending species in relation to how creator, dragon, angel and serpent souls must dance together for continued ascension. If there is a problem with the orchestration of one's souls in one's ascension, one will be brought to this temple for an assessment and rectification. 4. The Temple of True Symphony. true symphony is recognition that each creator, angel and serpent soul creates a particular sound in the energy movement of an ascending field. The sound is much like an orchestra playing a symphony day in and day out. Each angel, serpent or creator in any field is given a score of music that they should be playing in the rotation of the energy field. This temple holds the music that should be playing in any initiate's field at any given level of evolution. If there is a problem with the sound coming from one's field, that is, too many sour notes, one may be brought to this field for an assessment and attunement. 5. The Temple of True Timing. The symphony of sound has a particular rhythm unto it. Each angel, creator and serpent must play their music in time with one another, syncopating rhythms. It is this temple that holds the templates of rhythm for each phase of ascension of each species. If there is a problem with the timing of one's score, one will be brought to this temple for an assessment and attunement. Summary. We hope you can see from the above information the gift of the presence of solar councils upon Earth. They are allowing us to bring to consciousness now the temples for ascension for each to drop on, as there are enough souls to assist in managing both conscious and dreamtime participation in the use of the temples by human initiates. Up until the recent changes and choice of solar participation, there was not enough souls and energy upon Earth to allow for conscious human participation in the healing temples for ascension. It is the goal of the solar councils to make the space for human ascension to take hold and bring forth changes within the human dance that lead to world peace and ascension of the whole of Earth. Any dance that creates a regional, national or global problem therefore shall be outlawed, and the cause of the problem rectified in a manner such that all such patterns not occur again in human ascension. It is the power of the solar thought form that creates such boundaries upon Earth and in the human dance. Human ascending initiates must look beyond the tiny perspective of their own limited dance. There is a greater dance that is being orchestrated of global ascension that involves all species upon Earth, along with solar, universal, cosmic and creational ascension that is occurring concurrently. One is not alone, nor is Earth alone in the choice to ascend. The collective multidimensional choice to ascend supports the whole of Earth by providing keys and support against infractions by large forces of the dark still vying to prevent Earth's ascension. We cannot as a planet or as a species harm that which is supporting the whole of Earth's ascension. Perhaps this is what the most recent lessons in human ascension allow for, an understanding that we must honor our multidimensional connections to all other species upon all other dimensions. Humanity is learning multidimensional honor, beloved. And this is a grand shift indeed. We hope that you have found this information useful upon your personal path of ascension. Until our next communication. The Source of Earth. The One Source. The Great Central Sun.